Èyí ni orin ìdágbére ìkẹyìn láti ẹnu àwọn àlóre mímọ́ fún ìrántí bàbá wa ọba Zioni Ajigbade àtàrí oyè Elisha Lene tí ó sùn ní ọjọ́ kejìdínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹta ọdún 1996. Bàbá wa Elisha Lene ọ̀run re o. Orúkọ rere sàn ju òróró ìkunra iyebíye lọ, àti ọjọ́ ikú sàn ju ọjọ́ ìbí lọ. Ó dára láti lọ sílé ọ̀fọ̀ ju àti lọ sílé àsè lọ, nítorí pé èyí ni òpin ohun gbogbo. Alààyè ní láti pa eléyìí mọ́ ní ọkàn rẹ̀.
Ó máa ṣe dẹni tí kò tún ní bàbá mọ́. Lene, 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 dáhùn pé tó jẹ́. Ó dẹni dáhùn pé tí kò jẹ́ mọ́. Ojúrò mi, ojúrò mi o. Bàtẹ̀mí mi bá kúrò láàmì, tí mo gbẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí kò lè gbé, tí mo gbà bọ́ tí kò lè gbé, ọjọ́ kù lọ́jọ́ ikú. Kí lè jíǹde, kí lè jíǹde o. Ẹbí yóò padà sẹ́yìn ibojì, ọmọ yóò padà sílé, yóò kú èmi àtàwọn kòkòrò láti bá ẹwà ara mi jẹ́. Ilé jíde, ilé jíde o, ilé jíde o.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome on board today. Thank you for being a part of this. Friday, Olushola Ogungbemi, I see you. Please holler me with a comment if you are connected already. Thank you so much for being a part of today's edition of the Ajigbade Lene television, and this is the show. You can see that today is going to be a little bit different because we are doing something a little bit different also. We have a young man, a young Zionist, who was as young as 2 years old, or 3 when the whole conflict started. He's a grown-up person now, though still a young man. And he has something to tell everybody. And I want to plead with you to give him a listening ear. You see, life, at times when we choose to do what we feel is good for us, especially out of selfishness, we should bear something in mind, that whatever drive, whatever endeavor you embark on with selfish mindset, there are so many people that will be negatively affected, directly or indirectly. So everything going on in the Zion Church right now is not just all about you. It's not all about me. It's not just all about your dad, my dad, your grandfather, my grandfather. It's not just all about Oba Akinruntan, the Olugbo of Ugbo. It's not all about the Baba Lene's children. It's not just all about... Everybody is directly or indirectly connected. And the effect, the ripple effect of these things on each person, they differ. I know that very soon I'll be bringing the last born of Baba Lene on this show to also let you know that since Baba Lene died, the role everybody is playing is telling on the younger generation, and it's not fair. It's not fair. So when you choose to be selfish, put a lot of other things into consideration. Whatever you do now affects generations to come. By biblical report, every man is connected to 4 unique generations. 4 unique generations. You become the great-grandfather, you become a father, you become son, and the son has a son. So we have a grandson. So we have a grandson, we have a son, we have father, and we have a grandfather. 4 pure generations. Whatever our grandfather has done, good or bad, a grandchild is bearing some burdens from such action today. So, Zion elders, believe you me, the roles you played over 2 decades ago, some people are bearing the burden today. For you to know how much of havoc that has been done, not just to our community, but to the hearts of our young people. Pictured on the screen is a legend that I'll be talking about so seriously today. But before we go too far, let me bring in my guest, and let me be sure you guys are connected already. Yes, I see us. Thank you so much. Please do me a favor. Share this video. Invite someone who needs to hear this as I bring in our guest today.
gbogbo wa ni yóò jẹ́ ìpè ikú. Ká hùwà rere nílé ayé yìí, ká lè rohùn jìnnì lọ́jọ́ àjíǹde. Ilé jíǹde, ilé jíǹde lọ, ilé jíǹde lọ, ilé jíǹde lẹ́yìn ikú.
All right, so as we wait for our guest speaker today, pictured on the screen right there is the Chief Security Officer to Baba Lene, popularly called Baba Ademoagun. Baba Ademoagun is a person in the history of Zion that nobody should forget. It's a person in the history of Zion that must be celebrated every blessed day for the sacrifice, for the service, for his loyalty to our founding fathers and to the community and to the church. Unfortunately, the case is not the case right now. Someone like me that knew him in those days, and some other people, and probably you, a lot of people, if you were a Zion person and you were born before 1990, you should know Baba Ademoagun very well. I got in touch with Baba Ademoagun to check on him and to also know about his current condition. I told us on one of the editions of this show that because of the crisis that happened in Igbonla, Baba Ademoagun was one of the victims that still lives in the agony till date as we talk. Some of you may not be seeing him, will not be hearing, and you will be wondering, if you don't live in Igbonla, you'll be wondering, where is Baba Ademoagun? He is very much alive by God's grace. We thank God for life. But he's no longer who he used to be. Not because he's older, but because he carries the burden of the effect of the selfish people who wanted to be king of Zion at all costs, who wanted to take over Igbonla at all costs. Posterity will not forgive a lot of people with the role they play concerning Zion Church and concerning Igbonla. We all knew Baba Ademoagun. Anywhere Baba Lene was, Baba Ademoagun was there. In fact, when I got in touch with some elders in Zion to ask more about Baba Ademoagun, and I asked a question that I asked one or two things. One of them told me something. He said at times when they travel, they sleep in the same bed. He was always with Baba. Now, if someone who served so closely with Baba Lene today is somewhere in a remote village where probably you that knew him and you want to comment about him, that probably you don't check on him. And in fact, specifically, someone got in touch with me to say, even Omale Nenga, Biro Baba Ademoagun. You see, this platform is not about defending anybody's weakness. I know that it belongs to the Baba Lene children. I know this platform belongs to you guys. But if we must say the truth, in order for us to have the restoration we all desire, I don't think I should also hide your weaknesses. And I know that in our next edition, I will be hosting you guys so that Zionists all over the world will ask you questions about some vital things. Let me talk about one of it right now. Biro Baba Ademoagun. Seun re mo ti gbọ́ o. Mo gbọ́ nerun èrò ìta. Mo dẹ̀ gbàgbọ́, mo gbà ọ̀nà bá mi sọ yẹn mo gbàgbọ́. Ọ̀nà ẹ̀sìn banga tó level yẹn. Kí ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ṣe ngan, what's the problem going on? I know that you guys are in disarray right now. I know your family is not even together because of the conflict going on, because of a lot of things spearheaded by your uncle, Obade Tolubo. I know, everybody knows. But that notwithstanding, personally, when I got talking to Babademo Agu, he mentioned some of you that checked, but if his children that are still in school are on scholarship, Zion scholarship, and in our last edition that we hosted the king of the legend of Zion music, Prince Deba Ojubuyi. Prince Deba was specifically talking about probably Boya Igbonla Church and clean financial reports, probably. All right, we will get there, we'll bring everything to limelight. Baba Ferili to the day wala emiloyi, a lot of things will come to bear. A lot. People like this who is angaiti ku amankwe antiku. Angaiti gana yere yo. Angaiti gana yere. So let's put ourselves together. Let me acknowledge your presence, everybody. Remember, I'm expecting a guest, and this show is going to rally around Babademo Agun, the Chief Security Officer to Baba Lene. Again, I've said it, and let me repeat it again. I told you, Baba. Okay, Friday, Olushola Ogungbemi, please share a link on where to download that song. All right. Femi Albert, Leo Omayemi, Momo Mayenka. Mo ma pe la je mi smooth ṣùgbọ́n mo mi try shebi. Ogoluwa Ogufeyimi is beautiful. Thank you. Omo mo wo Olubumi. Nice song. Thank you. Lovely song from Aruwayo, Luwatobi. Ogoluwa Ogufeyimi is saying Kerubu Fumi. Femi Albert is saying Baba Kerubu, yes. Also known as people are talking about this great legend. We need to honor this man. We need to, and I can fight for the restoration and the revival of Zion. We need to. I want to spearhead a movement where this man should be well honored. You see, ben yati dagba, joti sise joti dagba, joti joko eja dema so much. And pẹ̀lú condition baba yiga, jika ka jẹun, jika hun, jika ji, jika tọ́jú ara ni, jande ka biro àlàáfíà rẹ̀. I need more than that. A big bed of panga. I need more than that. But if we don't do either of this, I need yàtọ̀ sí ọ̀nà yìí sọ pé òun gbé agídí náà wò. Joseph fẹ́ take over. Dèdè gbọ́nlá. Jan kọ́ àfin gbọ́nlá. Jan ṣàfẹ́ adọ́lá. Jan fẹ́ àwọn tó fẹ́ fọ́ church gbọ́nlá. Àti fọ́ tàbẹ́ ti gbọ́nlá àti kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ fọ́rin. Ìwà wà ní yàtọ̀ lé ìwà ọ̀nà burúkú báyìí. Bí play role, Baba play role òun ẹja play. One of the major roles is ya tọ́jú baba yìí. Tọ́jú ọmọ baba Lene tọ́jú baba yìí. Bí ìrọ̀ rẹ̀. Sto ibo ẹja ti bí ọ̀rẹ́. Ó sì banga o. Ó sì banga. Ajá sọ òótọ́. So let me see more. Let me acknowledge more people. Please, you know, I've pleaded that you should please share this video. Let more people get here. Okay, I'm saying Godwin Adeokon, you are doing a very good. Thank you, sir. Abayomi Oriola, I love this so much. Thank you so much, sir. Adewale Sama, God bless you for that. Thank you. I hope, is there a Sama family? I need to get in touch with Cliff Sama. Please, if you have contact, help me. Tofe O Andy saying, Sister, you are doing a great job. Thank you. Keep it up. I pray God of Zion will uphold you. Amen. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your good compliments. So, Anjami spent like 5 minutes. Jimmy ba oma babalene nga soro. Mo ma npa anti awa owo kini. Ama saki mi ni ise an introduce me Jimmy ba were part of it. Don't. I just want to say the truth. And that was exactly how we talked about it. Thank you for the independence to really, work in these movements. I appreciate it. But if I see your weaknesses, I will let everybody know about it. The same way I'm talking about the evil that some people are perpetrating right there in Igbunla and the ones they have done. You know, Baba Lene, Baba Jemine and Lekuro in Igbunla just here. I investigated further. You know, Baba Kasope and Lekuro in Igbunla. That was not just it. They did not just send him. I was told they bundle him out of Igbunla for safety. He was barely covering himself up with wrapper. The dinga ine wani ibaje Igbunla. Nemesis is coming upon you because it is heartbroken. When I started hearing all these things, I was crying. Because these are the people that have served. They've served with their energy, with everything, resources. For us to treat them this way at their later age, when they're supposed to peacefully die, it is evil. Zion leaders, Zion people, it is evil. If somebody like Baba Ademuagun, Baba Funmi Ademuagun, the chief security officer to Baba Lene, Otiganaye, and Zion Church placed this man on allowance, Titing Afiku, and Motegbokman and Roju to finance Nigbunla Church. It is shameful. It is so shameful. And but for somebody like that, Mr. Dewale Sama, he said, I have his contact. Bless you, sweetheart. I think we need to talk after this. Okay? Because Isha Ibi, Ingayi Gani Zion Bishe, Dedinga, including Obakin, Rotode de Sebi, at the Dinga Kakos Nai, and I in the heart at his servant, Tole de Dinga, Naitanaye, and Linganoku. At Lady Dinganoko, page everywhere, Sada. Jida foroko Ọlọ́run de ni gbanga ika ngani ika ngani. Let me try to see whether my guest is ready. Please enjoy the music, the farewell music to Baba Lene. You know, a lot of all the music legends came together. The blessed memory, Reverend Remile Kuyemos, Prince Deba was there, a lot of them like that. So I acknowledge them, you know, all of them. Captain Remile Kuyemos was there. Okay, I think he was the artist, lead artist there.
Catholic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have my guest connected to the show already. So, again, you know, I told you, I said the atmosphere is different because he's a very young man, and I would love to respect the young Zionists who still have Zion, you know, at heart. So that's why we have a little bit of a bright studio setup today. Hello, Ade.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I am fine, ma'am.
Okay, let me be sure this is clear.
Yes.
Okay, let me be sure this is clear. But can you hear me clearly?
I'm very clearly.
All right, so I think it's better now. Okay, and I guess people can hear you. All right, Ade, we are live. People can hear you from all over the world. From all over the world, they can hear you, and thank you for choosing to come express how you feel as a sincere Zionist. How old were you when Baba Lene died?
I was 1 month, let me say 1 month. I was just
You were just born when Baba Lene died?
Yes.
Ooh.
I was a good Baba Lene died.
Are you serious? I didn't know. I really thought you were like 4 years old. Wow, you were like a month old when Baba Lene died.
No.
I am impressed. You were still able to call me to say something about Zion. You are a very lovely young man. All right, tell us your name and tell us a little bit about your dad. We have displayed your dad photo because he's a legend. He's a great man. The person connected to this is one of the sons of Baba Ademoagun, but he was just 1 month old when Baba Lene died. And as a 1 month old then, it means they didn't let him really enjoy his dad. They didn't. They didn't let him. Yeah. All right. Yes, tell us more. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your dad.
Greeting to everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Ajigbade. I am from Ondo State, Ilaja, Asode, local government, Ondo State. I am born from Igbonla, Ondo State. I was born in 1994, January 26th. And tomorrow will be my birthday. I really appreciate everybody, and I really appreciate my mom for bringing this program to the world. This is what we need in Zion. And now all the things have come out gradually. And first and foremost, I will speak about my father because I'm seeing all the things on the internet. I'm seeing my father pictures, uploading them. That their friends told people about my father. I am a biological son from Ajigbade, Kumilayo. My father's name is Kumilayo. I really appreciate, but my father is a man. I call him father and I call him man. Because of why? This my father's son, Baba Lene, truthfully and obediently. And Baba Lene take him as his son. Where Baba Lene go, this my father will follow him. From the history I read from my father was born, and my great-grandfather, that is the father that born his father, brought my father to Baba Lene. That time my father was small. My father lived with Baba Lene, and Baba Lene brought him. And he worked with Baba Lene. At the end, he became the PA to Baba Lene. Wherever Baba Lene go, this my father will follow him. And this my father will work with him seriously. He takes my father to the to the London, taken to different countries to work the work of God. And when Baba Lene died, there was a condition my father passed through. And this condition is a very, very serious condition. A condition that he cannot see again. I know that people try for him so much. People try for him physically, spiritually. People try for him. But if a father has born a child, that child needs to produce the work of his father. That is why I'm standing on your presence this afternoon. That is why I'm in the midst this afternoon. I cannot say that people or these Igboza people or these people they are not taking of him. These people are trying to take of it. But it is in the major thing that you need to know about. This similar Ajigbade is what is Baba Lene seriously. It's a man that his name can never be forgotten in Baba Lene history. There are a lot of prophets in that time. There are a lot of head of church of people, but the person that is very close to person is that person people will know past. That is why I say that whatever issue the right out from Baba Lene, but I think Ajigbade will be put to death because of what? He's very close to our father. My daddy.
Hello, Adeoye.
I'm letting you.
All right. Please continue. Go on. We are hearing you. Continue, please.
Hello?
Yes, continue.
Okay, I should continue.
Yes, please.
I should continue now.
Yes. Continue, please.
Okay. Yes. What I'm saying, let our father be an issue. I know that he's alive. He's right now living at the Bokoba. Let all these our evangelist, our fathers that we see alive, let them know his spirit. I know that they're trying so much, but let them know his spirit. Let them remember that this father has a child, he has a children. Let us know his spirit, let us know his feeling of us. It's the father that's a man that we cannot forget to live down issue. Because of problem now, I know people are trying, but because of problem now, cannot work again. Because of a lot of position you are speaking right now, cannot work again, cannot be again. But I'm begging my father, people that work with Baba Lene in the present time, in the different time, please, they shouldn't forget him. They shouldn't forget him. You can go against what with some kind of people in the present time of Baba Lene, for the Bible says that forgive and forget. Let us forgive and let us forget. I know that we go wrong in some areas that people did not like. I'm still begging all times, all my father, in the present time of Baba Lene, please, they should pardon. And let this, my father, be in Ghana. Exactly in that Ebola, right now, whatever thing they are doing, let it may be joined in that place. Let children be protected. Let Ajigbade should be the leader in everything that they are doing in that Ebola.
All right, Adeoye. People are saying that they cannot hear you too clearly. Okay, I'm saying that now the voice quality needs attention. Oh my.
I should forget again.
No, wait. Are you using earpiece?
No.
Are you using earpiece?
I'm using Android phone.
Okay. All right. So I don't know why your voice is not clear, because also to me it's a little bit cloudy, but people are saying that they are not hearing you clearly. Hello?
I'm getting that.
I think, okay, I think it's better now. Raise your voice. Raise your voice. Don't put it in speaker, okay? Don't put it in speaker. Just raise your voice very well so that it can, don't use speaker phone. Don't use earpiece, so that your voice can be clear.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's better now. Yes,
okay.
I think it's better. Okay.
For what I'm saying is concerning, first and foremost, is concerned about my father, my biological father, the father that brought me to this world, the father that gave me into this life. He's a man that walked spiritually and physically with his own strength, with Baba Lene. In the time of Baba Lene, this man walked seriously. That wherever Baba Lene will do, that is where he will do. Like in the Bible, that when Jesus was torn, when he sees Jesus, he will see Peter there. That is how his father was sick to Baba Lene. But when it came to a time that when my father died, when Baba Lene died, my father was put into a problem, was in a problem, a conviction, a serious conviction, a conviction that people try a lot. Exactly, the Zionists or these Olympic people try a lot. Let me say people try a lot. It was possible there. But at the end, they're saying just about it. But what I'm still saying, please, I'm begging my father, the people that work with our father, Baba Lene, I mean that some people are still alive, still enjoying, still drinking, still eating, still walking, still moving on from one place to another, from one country to another country. Please, they shouldn't forget this man. This man should be put in history in Baba Lene. And he's still alive. He's still alive. He's the great of our father, Baba Lene, that is still alive right now. Please, I'm begging, let this our father be an history. We shouldn't forget him. We should find something that will make him to be happy. We know that he suffered a lot for this Zionists. He's a man that breaks a record, a big record, and this record goes directly to Bolawatu. This record is big. It goes to Bolawatu. He's a father. This man helped Baba Lene too. He helped Baba Lene in the time of Baba Lene too. He helped him seriously. Because of what? Let them be in one unity. I'm begging my fathers, my mother, please. Let us work together and let us please look onto this our father.
All right, Adeoye. Adeoye, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. It's pathetic. I know that though it may look that your voice is a little bit loud, but at least we could hear you. We could get the message. And the message this young man is getting across to all Zionists is that old people who served with Baba Lene with all their lives, including his own dad, don't abandon them. He said it specifically. This was a young boy when Baba Lene died and all the crisis started. He did not grow up in Ilaje because his mother is not Ilaje. So he grew up in the region where his mom is. So that is why his accent is that way, all right? So he speaks more of Ijaw, you know, that's why you could hear his accent. It's not as smooth as a normal person they brought up in Elaje. This young man is pleading. He's pleading with all Zionist leaders, home and abroad, that don't leave my father in this condition that he is. He said it earlier, that he cannot even walk again. What we heard earlier was that he could no longer see, but now he's not walking. And a young boy like this is lamenting to say he shouldn't end his life this way. I'm going to discharge him so that I will face one or two things and talk about it. Adeoye, let me let you go. We will talk more later, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Take care, sweetheart.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
You could even hear his voice shivering. When we got talking, as a young man that he is, men don't easily cry. This young man didn't find it funny. And the message is getting across to Zion leadership, to elders, to Omababale Nenga. He's saying that his father served your father. He served with your father. This young man just said, though he mixed something about the year Babalene died. Babalene died 1996. He was born 1994. So he was already like, that was 2 years plus. Okay, he didn't get to remember when Babalene died. Now, 2 years plus, of course, he knew nothing. He knew nothing. But because of one information here and there that he was able to gather, and because of the current condition of his biological father, a personal assistant to Babalene, the chief security officer to Babalene, he's now crying to your hearing that it's not fair for you to leave my father this way. He desires that his father should go to be with the Lord, not in pain. That is what a young boy who was just 2 years old when the whole crisis started, that is what he's saying. To let you know that all of you that contributed and you made up your mind, to make sure you uproot Zion and all the legacy of Babalene. The effect is not just on the people that are alive now. The effect is on the younger generation as well. You see, you so much strategized and schemed these things so that you will discourage the younger generation from being a part of Zion. If this young man and his age group, after seeing the havoc you people did to their fathers who served, they will hate Zion till they die. But thank God for a young boy like him. He was getting in touch with his father. Up till now, he sees his dad, though they don't live in the same location. But one thing that actually gladdens my heart is that pẹ̀lú dédé baba demo agun fún mi ademo agun ti go through ko àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ nga pé yan hate Zion òun wo te rí ara nga bigbeyin rẹ̀ yi wa ka ba nga sọ̀rọ̀ nsin èmi sọ heart rẹ̀. When the young man was talking to me, he said we should all come together. You listen to him. Sorry if it was not too clear, but you heard what he was saying. That let everybody come together in unity. Someone who was 2 years old. Obake Return should see this video and see that the movement he initiated has multiple ripple effects on generations. And I believe it was intentional. It was intentional. In our next show, I'm going to emphasize the reasons I believe to prove to the public that Obake Return actually strategically planned to uproot the memory of Babalene and to uproot Zion Church. I have factors, I have events, I have facts, truth that I will share with you. Let me touch one of it before our next show. bí ẹ bá sí pé ọba Akínrìntàn ti ní agenda àti padede memory Baba Lene àti ọ̀nà dídì ń bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ wo jọba ta ìjọba wo kúrò ní ààfin ní Ìgbò wo wá kọ́ ààfin rẹ̀ ní Igbó ńlá. Zionists, I hope you know that the ààfin, the palace of the present Olúgbò of Ugbo, Ọba Frederick Akínrìntàn, I hope you know that his palace is built in Igbó ńlá. I hope you know that. And during this same period, he pushed that the church should be demolished. The church in Igbó ńlá should be demolished. And they came up with a model that, okay, but for a year, let me show you now. There's nothing, there's no, I hope you are still hearing me clearly. I hope you are still hearing. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Let me, because it's heartbroken. After listening to this young man, you see, it's heartbroken. Now, let me show you the model they proposed to bring when they were pushing that the church should be demolished. What kind of skillful evil agenda was that? I want to upload it to you. So I want to upload it and let you see. It was a skillful agenda. And I know that Ọlọ́run Lene èyí tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní tú àṣírí àwọn ẹni bí àdàdédé mọ̀ngàrú pátápátá ní orúkọ Jésù. Pátápátá àdàrú. Where will I put this? Okay, let me just take away this and just display it right there. I'm trying to bring up let me just leave that for now and let me just concentrate. For you to know that it was skillfully planned that immediately Baba Lene dies, Zion dies, Igbó ńlá dies, Igbó ńlá as a Christian community dies, Abe as a Christian community dies. Let me tell you. Baba Lene stayed down. If you have seen some previous messages of Baba Lene, one of his last sermon, he said that he has finished his work. If you have listened to that message, please testify by making a comment there. I'll bring it. I will still bring it. I will enact it and, post it one of these days. He said he has finished his work. He was not a confused prophet of God. He was called of God. He was a man of God till he went to be with the Lord. It doesn't matter how he died, but it was very obvious that he didn't die a sudden death. I don't know the opinion you hold as Zionists or as Baba Lene's children. I don't believe your dad died a sudden death. He didn't. If he could give a sermon few months before he died that he has finished his work, and he projected Baba Jemine to be a spiritual head, and he also said, what else do you want him to do that he didn't do? He was a good leader. O CDD to ngayenile o neat. Bí mo bá lọ o ọ̀nà ya ka àkóso ìjọ rẹ̀ o. Bí mo bá lọ o bó bá tó time adé mi o jí ọmọ mi dé o. Mo ti parí iṣẹ́ mi ó dẹ̀ ṣe dédé ètò ngayen kí an tó fẹ́ jẹ́ jí ṣe èyí ń ṣe. Ìgbà dédé nga gbọ́ everything including Ọba Akínrìntàn, because Ọba Akínrìntàn, you see, you really need to talk to the public apart from asking for forgiveness from God. The Zion me go through here, my is spearhead here. I have no regret saying it till tomorrow. I will keep hammering it. And I will begin to give you proofs in subsequent episodes. My orchestrate the conflict in me go on in Zion till today. Ni gbonla be everything. Number one. Some peji Baba Lene lo igba won ti se dede eto ngayen nile. Ode Igbo ni Josi anti ra àwọn boys jan ti wa le Baba Jemine kúrò ní gbonla re. Igba nle Baba Jemine kúrò ní gbonla. Dédé àwọn elders yìí support pé bàbá ti ṣe iṣẹ́ yìí jí bàbá Jemine ká ṣe spiritual head church lọ lórí ìjọ ká lọ. Dédé àwọn àgbàlagbà yẹn including kérúbù yìí bàbá fún mi Adémúàgún. Àwa kó àwọn thugs àkó wọn lọ Igbó Ńlá. I visit ilé àwọn bàbá yìí one after the other. One after the other. Sorry, I'm receiving a message that the young man said he hasn't finished talking. Yes, I will bring you up. I will bring you up. If you can still hear me, I will bring you up, please. I know I need to give you that room for you to speak your mind. Just a moment, please. Yes, he said, I want to speak again. Yes. Let me reply him. I will bring you up again. All right. So, by the time you come, if you can hear me, sweetheart, by the time you come up, please, I need you to really adjust your phone a little bit. Don't use a loudspeaker, so that the audio can be balanced. I'm visiting all the elders that were on their feet to make sure that everything Baba Lene instructed before he died, to make sure that they materialize it, they adopt it. All of them. This man brought thugs to Igbó Ńlá and visited and Baba Ngai and Fikoboko Panga one after the other. At the end of the day, anti-church. For years, anti-church Igbó Ńlá. The brain behind all this is Obakinriton, the present Olugbo of Igbo. And it's not fear. You did not just try to destroy Baba Lene's work. You also try to destroy a lot of generation. This young man inclusive, and those in his generation. And me, and those in my generation, and many more. If you had a fight with Baba Lene, or probably it was a selfish ambition to just be in charge and dominate everywhere. Those were the attitude you displayed. This is bad. Now, I want to play a voice note right now that I recorded when Baba Adémúàgún was talking about his experience, how he was beaten. I know it's not very, very clear, but please, I believe you will still be able to hear him. I asked him how he stopped saying. What happened? I know I heard the story. I wanted to hear from him. Daddy Kise Aberi Rama. And he narrated how his own happened. I'm going to play the voice note. I'm going to play voice notes. All right, let me play it. Let me play it. Anna, una. Daddy mo wara. Anji egba yen o kan na ni oriwo ande wa subu lule. Oriwo. All right, let me stop there. That was Babademo Agun speaking to me a few days ago. Sorry it was not so clear, but I believe you heard. Oji ingayi anna ye egba yen kan ara and survive, but oriwo ohun egba yen kan rin kiko boko yen. I was asking him at that point, how did he become blind? And that was what he was saying. Imagine they beat him today. He said, it's unfair. It's unfair. It's unfair what you guys have done to people who served. It's unfair. People like this man should live all his life. Again, just like I said earlier, should live all his life on allowance from the church or from the family of Baba Lene. He served, and look at how they dealt with him. It's not fair. It's not fair. Now, the young man that was talking to us was saying that, no, I'm not done talking. I have a lot. I have a lot to say. Somebody is saying, Agnes Logo is saying, I remember September 5th, 1998. Is that when they went there to beat them? September 5th, 1998. Imagine. Imagine what they did to elderly people. Because one person who was rich and powerful and influential wanted to control the whole world. And look at the way, so before Jehovah King returned to Je, the current Olugbo of Igbo, before he became king, we've had several Olugbo. All of them pay homage to Baba Lene. All of them saw Igbonla as a Christian spiritual ground, like their own Jerusalem. We are fine. We are traditional ruler. Palace Igbo as traditional ruling center. Igbonla Renegbere. Some of them attended some of the programs Baba Lene, organized. Some of them did. This same Obakiriton was even a Baba Lakoso in Zion Church. So all those periods you were moving around with Baba Lene, you had all this plan to destroy him. What type of heart is it that you have? Who abandon Kabesi, I abandon palace, the palace of Olugbo. Ibu anjeni a abandon it. And wa ko palace tenga. And wa la ko ni gbonla. And ko ni gbonla within that period, I plan pé jan for church Igbola. Pé jan for church Igbola. So in other words, you were gradually scheming to eradicate traces of Christianity from Igbola communities. Ija say ija against Babalene nukan. It's even against Jesus Christ and his gospel. We kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ for church. Church ya for ni abet till date. I give reason ante for. Church yet yani benisi nothing and to stop everybody. People don't go to church any longer. That was what you wanted to do in Igbunla. Igbunla of all places. This is pathetic. This is not ordinary. It's abnormal. Now, igba shaking it titi jan she jan ri pe ele easy pe jan ka for church jan ka for dede jan ka say pe kini kan an wa mu ọmọ Babalene so that jan le fi distract attention an eyan ni agenda yi gani nonga amu ọmọ Babalene an fi je aje mi wa so nga ọmọ Babalene. If you guys can hear me, let me tell you the havoc this man did by putting your brother in your father's position. In case you don't know, let me say it clearly to your hearing. Some of you may be happy that Obakinritan installed one of Babalene's children on Babalene's position. Let me give you a few reasons why he's still on the agenda to destroy your father's legacy and destroy your father's work. Number one, what was the instruction your father gave while he was living? Did your father not tell you to separate spiritual leadership from the church, from the community leadership? Your father initiated 2 responsibilities for the Igbola communities. Olori Zion, Ade Mitomami. And you guys were jumping. You thought that Ọmọ Babalene anti janga ni po Babalene. Un Babalene sọ ni pé Babalene sọ pé jí ọmọ àwọn jẹ́ olórí ìjọ. Ohun tẹ́ gbéjé mi nene. What he expected bí Baba Jemine bá ṣe tirẹ̀ tán was he too will prayerfully with the elders of Zion, they will prayerfully choose the next spiritual head. I've hosted one of Babalene's children here, one of Babalene's sons, I don't remember who precisely now, who was saying that the head of the church could be anybody. It could be an Igbo man, it could be a Hausa man, it could be anybody as the head of the church. There should be nothing like a lobby thing when you are talking about the Church of Jesus Christ. The Church of Jesus Christ is not Asin Baba Asin Oma. Babalene they make it all clear. So, and I may rejoice pe ogbe Oma Babalene ne, in Babalene foreign, in Pekinika, o me deceive ngari okimai. I'm telling you, this is the same agenda to destroy your father. I have no regret saying what I'm saying. And let me give you another sign and another factor to let you know that for even putting your brother there, he's still on assignment to destroy your father. Let me give you another factor. Are you all united to support your brother that is there right now in your father's position? Dede mami so yi e jerun mi lo ma so tori afe to Zion e si banga nu ke ne Zion e si ade to lugbo nu kan serve ni Zion. We celebrated a legend few days ago, Baba Olorun Timileyin. Baba Olorun Timileyin also served the Lord with Babalene. We will talk about Zion Church in many countries today. He was also instrumental to it. ìgbà baba Lene lọ ese fa ke kori àbí ja àwọn ma re nga fa ke kori ja sọ pé a fẹ́ ṣe ọba kiri to anganu ke ngan Zion anganu ke ngan Zion at times so ye joju ka ti and so to be ọmọdé bára nílùú àǹjẹ́ àgbà kì í wà lọ́jà kí orí ọmọ tuntun wọ́ àgbàlagbà ń dẹ̀ra ni ìwà ìkà Baba Lene, Baba Lene, I'm still talking to you guys. So if you were rejoicing that, oh, your brother is here and everything, how many of your brothers are united today? Aren't you fighting one another? That is the scheme of this man. He still wants to destroy your father. I'm pleading with you, Baba Lene, and all Zionists, home and abroad. Come together as one. The enemy among you knows what he's doing. Don't be ignorant. Don't be negligent. They know what they are up to. So if you are not careful, God forbid, what they have planned is more than what you know. You better be very sensitive. You see, by the virtue of your position, ìgbà wo fẹ́ fi ọmọ Baba Lene jí wo fẹ́ mú ní ipò rẹ̀ wá pé dédé ọmọ Baba Lene ngajọ́ ṣe máa sọ pé family àjọra bí bá ṣe pé àná hidden agenda ìkà níná ara pé dédé ọmọ Baba Lene nga pé ó ti ga bó ń ṣe ra yìí ṣùgbọ́n a lè ṣe now because number one sì pé Baba Jemine parí tenure rẹ̀ as the spiritual head à ń lérin so sì pé ó parí à ń lérin. So, you couldn't really do what you should do as a father, as an elder. It is evil. I will say this any day. Baba Lene, I'm hoping to host you guys very soon. I was sensitive. Oh. This same man, mo gbọ́ pé mi lọ graveyard Banga, Jolakaren from head to his toe, from his head to his toe. Titi ngo fi subu ngo fi stop ngebe loma. I was very spiritual. Banga ebinga woli lani. Ama jeje onokone logunga. For over 25 years anti baranga ja asoma ba o maye. Inwe iye nga ni pe ona yi fe pa olota ngarun, you fe pa se ba ngarun. Oh, at the back end, I can't see an akaye. And they are along in Milungan. Ayele, baje. Yeah, I'm reading from Friday. I said Zion needs a lot of spiritual a lot. There was a time we brought in a pastor from KNS, one of the Pastor David that we hosted, whose grandfather once visited Baba Lene. That man of God told us something. Pastor David told us. He said people, because things were not the way they were supposed to be, people will begin to look for other gods. Now, as I'm talking to you now, mo gbọ́ pé ilé aṣẹ́wó gan ti Anigun ńlá. And anybody can comment here and say I'm telling lie. Mo say investigation me and I'm still doing it. Baba be sin ka call a spade a spade. Abaje o. Now let me tell you, so you may want to ask me what happened? How did that happen? Obakinuton started selling some lands in Igunla, something that Baba Lene warned against. Ojo won ta ilẹ̀ Igunla, ojo won ta lehun. Ojo torí ilẹ̀ Jésù, ilẹ̀ Christian, òun fẹ́ is a place to worship God. Anybody that wants to come, you feel comfortable, you can serve the God of the Bible. Come. Bá àwọn elders sọ̀rọ̀ ní ìlú, ara fúnra ilẹ̀ wa kọ́ ilé rẹ̀ bó bá fẹ́ gbé bẹ̀ bó fẹ́ ṣòwò. Máa yín sìn anti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ta ilẹ̀ Igbónlá. Some of the people are ta ilẹ̀ yìí hun. Ìgbà wo ta lẹ̀ hun mi mo lè fi lẹ̀ mi ṣe, is that not so? These are the havocs. It wrath in that land. And I mean, wake up. Wake up. He's playing on your intelligence. He's still having control over you guys. So maybe you don't know. I don't know why I'm saying all this now, because I really wanted to dedicate a show for it. But this is what I'm saying. I saw someone who was saying that people are hurting presently. A lot of people are hurting. Baba Demo Agwami sorry, Igbadede wala isele. He was 2 years old. Condition ba song Ibo bareti ba Baba Lene shishe. Okangara pe kise ba unbega ni condition yi. Baba de tolugbo anga ya gbe wo ilu jan wa na anga rugbo ngai. Ngai ku ti ku. Anga ya ayi an daro afoju. What type of thing is this? And again, I'm speaking to all Zionists, those who still desire that Zion should be restored and revived. We need to unanimously take care of our fathers, those who walked with Baba Lene and are still alive. And I tiku amara. Most especially Baba Demo Agwami. Baba Demo Agwami is not in a very healthy condition. Lilu an lu baba yi ojo keji re o foju, which means pe ogun afi lorin. Ona ti dagba kere jan lu jo subu. Aye amaga ni o. Anti church here. Everything you are trying to say is that none of the prophecy of Baba Lene must come to pass. None of the Etongoshenile must come to pass and destroy everything. By anything, were you able to bury his voice? At times, you see, you will take a seed. You are burying a seed. You don't know it will germinate. That is what you guys have done. You picked the seed, the glorious seed. Awo ile anju ninore anpade. Anropoti ku. Asese. Fair expand. The seed has germinated. It's beginning to grow, to bear fruit. And the fruit, for the Bible says, it will abide. Write it down. Afi bi Ọlọ́run bá pè Lene. Afi bi Baba Ọlọ́run tì mí lẹ́yìn bá sweat ní Zion. Afi bi Baba Fúnmi Adémúàgún bá sweat ní Zion. Afi bi Bàrẹ bó bá sọ gidi bá sweat ní Zion. Afi bi Bàmí bá sweat ní Zion. Òun ọ̀nà kan iná hidden evil agenda. Afi wá overturn the effort na. Ọlọ́run lè gbà. Torí Ọlọ́run kì í ṣe ibi. Ọba dákẹ́dájọ́. Ọba tó wí bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. If you wish to call in, this young man is not, he really wants to still speak. Let me try to bring him up. Thank you. I'm reading your comments. Bolanle FS Temituro. I'm not being able to pronounce Urukandada, please, I beg you. There's nothing like Zion anymore. People are looking for extra power from somewhere else. You want to look both first say na re yen. What gbado he church ma. Gbado he church ma. You want schedule gan re yen. Anga borisha, wa be sin ka ta ile nwa. Anga shewu ami ta le nwa. Ile mímọ́ ki igbo nla. Di Baba Lene de sọ pé ja ma ta ilẹ̀ yẹn. Anga no kan ya kọ́kọ́ jẹ olugbo. Ki se tin abe yàtọ̀ báyìí. Àwa lọ an inform Sakiru jila for church abe. Daddy, ara build the church yẹn, I promise you. Bí Ọlọ́run tí ńbẹ. Àfi baba náwó ne. So for church abe ibeyen sin ni remote is in the remote part of the Igbola community, so people will not know anything about it. Honest so say by nsin o se gbe pama church abe ara ko. There are a lot of traditional obas in Nigeria, in Africa. I have never read any one of them, even those who are Muslims. They don't dare near the churches to break them because they respect the God of Christians. They allow as leaders that everybody should have the right to worship any kind of religion that is allowed in their community. And you made up your mind to destroy everything. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. All right, let me bring up the young man who says he still has a few things to say. And let's listen to him a little bit. I'll round off, then we will go. Then we'll go to have another, edition on today is Wednesday. On Friday, I'll be coming online for another show. All right. Let me try to call in our guest again. Just wait. All right, I've connected back our guest, the young man who was just barely born when the whole crisis started, and who is a grown-up young man now who has seen the condition of his dad, Baba Kerubu Fumi Ademuwagun, and he's making a shout out to all Zion leaders that my father shouldn't be this neglected. Okay, I'm going to connect him back again, and he'll be able to continue. All right, continue. Please make sure your voice is clear. People need to really hear you clearly. All right, there you go on, please.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for your effort and appreciation for what you bring to Zion. This is a more development in Zion. This is what I need in Zion that you have brought up. I really appreciate you so much. I'm just watching it from my laptop. For what we have spoke everything. We have done everything hard about this issue. That is how it is. That is how it is. We have spoken a lot of things. This my father issue, about this my father issue, is a man. It's a man that was rooted seriously and physically, spiritually from our father, Baba Lene. He was young. From the history I read from him, and what he told me, he was young the time his father and his mother brought him to Baba Lene. He was living with Baba Lene. And he did not have another junior brother again. It's only him that is left right now. It is only him. When my grandmother and my grandfather born into this life, all the children they born was there. It is only him that left. That is why they brought him to Baba Lene. Baba Lene take care of him. And then he was the assistant PA. He paid to him. Wherever Baba Lene go, it is him that will carry the umbrella. It is him that will carry the bag. Wherever where our first king of Dango, we will follow him. But what I'm still advising to all Zionists, like my fellow young brother, please, we should be encourageable. with the work of God we are doing. Exactly, especially I'm speaking to all Zionist sons and daughters. If you know that you are doing Zion, you should be so encourageable with the work you are doing. That work you are doing, that is the work you learned from your father. Right now I'm speaking to you. The work of my father, that's the work I'm doing. I too, I am a medium, a boy that is operating for Zion. I'm operating for Zion in Delta State. I'm so contributing to this Zion issue. This work about my father is doing. All the children that my father's born, all of them are doing Zion. I'm begging my fellow colleagues, my brothers, my sisters, exactly all this young one that is coming, this young generation, please, I'm begging you. We should speak in one goal in Zion. We should not misinterpret ourselves. This work that my father did, I know that it's only God can pay him back, but I'm still begging, please, we should speak one voice. We should speak one voice. I cannot disencourage you. I will encourage you because I am a biological son from Zion. I was ordained from the first king of Zion in 1994. That is the day my mother too was ordained. I was the first person, the first king of that ordained before everybody was ordained in that day. The people can remember that day is that day that this name was given to me by the first king of that, by me, Ogosewele. He told my father that, what name do you want to call this your child? My father said, it's Prince. He said, no. He said, I will call him Ajigbade because his son has come for what? A richest family. That is why this name was given to me. And this name was not given to me by physically. It was built from heaven. It's a special name. Wherever I go, the symbol of my father, Ogosewele, is appearing in my life. I'm telling all sons and daughters of them, please, we should be encourageable. We should not be sad. Zion is a place that is a piece of a place that is filled with honey and milk, a place of a lucky place. We should walk the work of our fathers. We should walk the work of our fathers. That is why we are saying today, in your presence, I'm standing in your presence, speaking boldly. Because this is the work my father did that I am doing. This is the work my father did in this time. Right now, sir, we cannot work with God. Right now, sir, we see serving that God. We see calling that Baba Lene. We see calling that Ajigbade. We see calling that Musi Olumalade. Right now, any moment of time is standing, praying, calling the God of Baba Lene to come and rescue him. I know that God will rescue him. God will help him. But I'm still begging my father, please, we should attend to him. All our fathers that do the work of God, please, they should attend to him. Like our father that work with Baba Lene, that is here alive, that is enjoying the gift of God. Please, I'm still begging. They should attend to him. They should know his feeling. They should call him anytime, any moment. I know that the country is so scarce, but I know. But I'm still begging. I'm still begging my fathers, my mothers. This man is not a man that we just leave or forget him and peace. No, we cannot forget this man. He has break a lot of records in this Zion issue. He has done a lot of things to this Zion issue. He worked with Baba Lene in 100% with his own heart, with his own spirit, with his own flesh, with his own blood. Because of that, I'm telling my mothers, my fathers, the people that worked with Baba Lene in that time, the people that remember the time that he was working with Baba Lene, please, I'm encouraging them. I'm a young boy, please, but I'm still encouraging. I am a biological son. Please, I'm begging, please. They should attend to this, my father. they should attend to him. Because when I got to him, when I go and saw him, I feel so sad because of why? Because of the condition he's passing through right now. He cannot walk again because of the condition he's at. He cannot see again. The man that is feeding his family, let us count the years now. He has taken enough time. He's in this condition now. He's certain that he can hold him, that he can walk to church. But now again, he cannot go to church again because of what? Because of the condition we are passing through right now. I'm begging my fathers, the people that know him popularly, the people that recognize him very well, please, I'm begging, I'm pleading, they should attend to him. They should take him along, carry him along.
All right, Adeoye.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me be sincere with you. There's nobody in Zion that does not know your dad.
Yeah.
I'm telling you boldly. There's nobody in Zion that does not know even his efforts. So I want to assure you, sweetheart, that everything is going to be okay. I'm going to initiate a movement along with my team members. I'll contact Baba Lene's children so that we can see how we will improve the way we check on him, improve the way his condition, you know. He doesn't need billions of naira. He doesn't need mansion. He just needs to be taken care of. He just needs people to check on him. Are you getting it? So I will be calling you time to time to give you updates. Okay? But I'm assuring you, please, everything is gonna be okay. I know how heavy this is on your mind. It's as heavy as that on my mind also. I appreciate that you were able to summon the courage to address all Zionists worldwide about the current condition of your dad, Baba Fumi Ademuagun. You are one of his youngest children. Or are you the last born?
I'm not the last born, but the last is right that the Jaw woman is the last. I am the first son of the Jaw woman.
Okay, your mom is his youngest wife.
Yes, she's the youngest one.
Okay, and you are the third son, so it means you have two younger ones.
Yes.
Yeah, that notwithstanding, you are a very, very young man, and yet you are the one that is able to summon this courage. You know, you still have that boldness to talk about Zion. You don't feel so bad. You are not cursing the people in Zion. Rather, you are encouraging them that let's do the work of our Father. You are an exceptional child, and I believe the hand of God is on you. Please stay focused. I'll be checking on you too. I thank God I was able to meet you. You know, we were able to connect. I've not seen you. I don't know you, but at least I've seen your photo, and I'm really, really, really encouraged. You have strengthened my faith that there is hope in Zion. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Please feel free to get in touch with me anytime. If you try calling or sending message, I don't reply immediately. When I see it later on, I will definitely reply. Okay, God bless you. My regards to your mom, okay? We'll talk later.
Yeah.
Love you.
Thank you, ma.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, so that was it. That was it. Imagine that pẹ̀lú dédé Baba Ademuagun ti go through. Pẹ̀lú dédé Baba Ademuagun ti go through. Imagine pé ó poison heart àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ ńà. Pé bá rí ọmọ Baba Lene ńà ló bàbá ń gbọ̀ngàn. Èsè to let you know pé èèyàn dáadáa ni. He's a man of God. He's a man of God. So I will be coming up with an initiative. I want us to gift Baba Ademuagun. Mo máa ń pè ṣe Baba Ademuagun nìkan. Dédé ngayi olóòótọ́ ìfẹ́ dúró tì Baba Lene yẹn à ń lé Baba Ayọ̀délé ranaranga. À ń lé Baba yẹn. Àwọn ahọ́ àwọn in good heart to support Baba Lene's plan and legacy. And that's why I will tell you, Zionists and Baba Lene's children. There are a lot of people here anti-poison that your heart might have been poisoned against. And go and talk to that. I'm gonna be mafias but if I act. They will poison the heart, your good heart, against people who have the tendency to help you. That is how they operate. I've read about the operation of mafians, so I know who they are. And this activity is going on now is being spearheaded by a mafian. Whosoever is, the person is a mafian. This is how they operate. They let you, they make it look like they are helping you, but they will remove your freedom to do what you should do in your normal senses and normal condition. No matter what you think you are standing for, if the role you are playing is still destructive on Zion, you are standing for the wrong thing. I will repeat that again. No matter the side you belong today, no matter what you are doing presently, if it does not add value to you are still an enemy. And this is what the mafians have done to you. They will poison your heart. They will reorientate you. You will begin to carry a mindset that you think that everybody ran around here, they are wrong. You are the only right person. No. They have tampered with your mental faculty. You may think woman say, no, you don't. If in women say, they build the Zion, they build the Ile Babalene, they build the church, they build the Igbola community, you are an enemy of Babalene. Note that. Ara fioru odedinga baranga mafians activities. Please don't be a victim. If you've been a victim, jara regba. Ama Babalene ato ile banga together. Kia otito 25 years iti pe otito mi boni tiju. Oya akoranga jo nya to ile banga. Sharp. An innocent Zionists worldwide. They want to serve the God of Babalene and make the environment conducive for them. It's very important. Thank you. I want to appreciate you. I don't know if anybody wants to call in. I have the number to call in there, WhatsApp number to call in there. If you want to call directly, that's okay by me. Let me read your comments. Please, if you are connected, again, along with my team member, I want us to gift Babademu Agun. In Wabashensi, it's enough to compensate him. But let him just have that feeling, that is it. Bí a bá send the 10 million naira, baba, I'm not worried, anka jẹun. Àwọn mara ni ọ̀dọ̀ ngami ba hi unje, anka jẹun, anka sin Ọlọ́run. So that bí a bá jagbo jan jato, jan lè rí ìjọba ọ̀run fifth rejẹ. So tiri anga one bi ngai me attack onerere ngai. Esi aye nuka, an fe jeja parun ni, an to fe ja parun ni ìjọba ọ̀run. Je mi so run mi say they will do things that will create anger and bitterness in their hearts. Many of them die cursing, hurting, and all those things. So if we still have them being alive today, please, let's put our hands together. I will be personally getting in touch with you guys. Please have it at the back of your mind. I want you to please join me and my team members. And just say Happy New Year. And just Happy New Year. Personally, I want to target the sum of 2 million naira. I want to send 2 million naira to his account. So I need your support to let us do it together. 2 million naira. Yes. I'm not begging anybody, but I'm pleading that please. I want us to just say, Daddy, our young Zionists are not T-shirt and T-shirt. Agba. You know I do. I know he can no longer see. I know he can no longer go to church. That's what the young man said. This is one of his youngest children. saying, no, my dad doesn't deserve this. Hey, touch him. Touch me, girl. But you want over and over again. But let's make moves. I want to raise the sum of 2 million naira. I want to raise the sum of 2 million naira on behalf of the Ajigbade Lene Television and Foundation. I want to raise the sum of 2 million naira. I will need your support. What I would do is that I'll create a platform so you see the money coming in. Okay? There are some fundraising platforms that are online. I'll share the link. I'll try to create one and share the link. We just want to compensate him. Daddy, just take care of yourself, please. Okay? We love you in Zion. We still remember the roles you played. If Baba Lene was alive, he would do more. Look at what the young man said. He said, "Anga barenga rela handover oji itan ba un pa won re. O ja mu ni kekere la un Baba Lene rin, o to un dagba." Òun náà dẹ̀ fi tọkàntọkàn sí. Oníṣẹ́bí burú o. Let me see if I have comments to read from you guys. Bisami Hector Samuel says he's not richest than Aliko Dangote. He's not recognized than Alaafin of Oyo. If he is there, why always him? Ye mi o. Ye mi. Ọ̀nà ẹ̀bá ti nẹ́nà burúkú nẹ́rin. I'm trying to read your comments. Bolanle Elfos is saying, I am Bolanle Temituro, the daughter of Okun Ajiri. Oluwagbade third in Zion Pepe. Wow. Thank you. I would love to get in touch with you. I'd love to get in touch with you. I would love to get in touch with you. Thank you so much. So thank you so much. Okay, Oladipupo Victor Akinyemi Bagudu is saying, this is Zion Revolution. Zion is Iluti Agbe Siorioke. Zion will never be destroyed. Never. Ever. Ba gay igi. Auntie gay severally. 25 years. Ahu gay. The root is still firmly in that fertile ground. It is growing now, never to be rooted out. So, okay, everybody park. The Lord is alive to bring his hammer of judgment. And he will pass through Igbola, he will pass through Zion Church. The Bible says, he who the rock falls upon, he will blend it to powder. But neighbor, for repentance, neighbor fall on it, he will be broken. I have a caller here. Let me pick it. Hello? Yeah, hold on, please. Let me. How you doing? Where are you calling from? I need to connect you to the actual voice so that it can be loud enough. Just a moment. Hello?
Okay.
All right. Yes, I think I can hear you, and I think everybody can hear you now. How are you? What's your name, and where are you calling from? Then you make your contribution.
Okay. My name is Ajigbade. I'm calling from Lagos, Nigeria. I just want to appreciate you for the good work you are doing. I pray the Lord will bless you. And
Amen. Oh, we're not hearing you again. Friday, we are not here. All right. Okay, go on, please.
okay. I just want to say something. Although some of us, this program is an eye-opener to some of us. Although I don't, my parents attended Zion Church back then, where I have the privilege of going when I was little before I move on. But I just want to say that the Lord that is using you will continue to strengthen you. This program is like an eye-opener to some of us. Although when Baba Lene died, I was maybe around 10, 11 years old then. So I was still little. I mean, still
see a young child growing up, and the legacy in which we read about this man, this great man of God, it still lives on. I just want to appreciate you, one, then to also pass a message to his children. Can you hear me, man? Okay. To also pass a message to his children that this is the right time to come together and take back what is rightfully theirs, because this is not the time to be fighting each other. They need to come back and how would I put it? And try to come back one and continue the good work which their father has laid down. Because Zion Church cannot die. Usually, at times I feel like going back to Zion Church. At times I will just feel like, let me go to Zion Church, which I do. At times I meet Praisable in some programs, which I enjoy. People are learning, are tapping from Zion Church. Some of us that attend Pentecostal church, we know of this, but they won't tell you. Zion Church is being blessed, but the people, the Zionists, don't know. Thank God when Prince David was live, you can see what this man was giving out. He has mingled with people from other denominations, which he knows. I know some of us, some of the so-called Zionists that have not, permit me of using this word, I'm very sorry for using this. Some of the true Zionists that are not well exposed, some of them, I can see some comments on the comment section. Some of them are still going against what Prince David was saying. There are some things that you need to do. The world we are now is global, and is a jet stage, the way we call it. The way we do things back then is not the way they are doing them now. So I think the Zionists I was the one that I wrote on the comment section that Zion Church needs a lot of spiritual cleansing. Sincerely, a lot. That we need to call back the God of Gabalene. This is what we are doing. When I remember when we are doing morning devotion, then my parents did pray in this way, and prayer have been answered. So where do we get it wrong? That's when they started bringing this kinship thing to Zion Church. And Prince David sang a song about this thing. Back then, the only time I have been to Ilage as a whole was in 2003. That was my first time, and I've never been there again. So some of us, fine, we don't live there, but we hear things from afar. I just pray God will take control and the glory of Zion Church will come back again.
Amen. Thank you so much to that. Have a nice time. Keep connected, keep praying. I assure you that God is at work. He'll finish what he has started. All right? Thank you so much. Love you. You too. All right, so we just got a caller there who has just made a very fantastic contribution. So guys, I'll be seeing you some other time. Do me a favor, like this video, share it. We'll cut it into pieces and post areas, focus. And again, this is my parting words to these three group of people. Number one, Babalene's children. Go and put your house in order. Don't allow yourselves to be used by someone who wants to destroy your dad. Someone who will call Mr. A behind, tell him something. Call Mr. B, tell him another thing. And withdraw. And what he has told both of them, Omaye Omaba, is for them to face each other and begin to kill each other till they destroy themselves. The Bible says a house that is divided against itself will never stand. Have you read your Bible? A house that is divided against itself. So when mimi she gangan if e jangan in one accord, so that he lay babale ne ni to. And ama je me tanga. Bi le babale ne ba to. Zion ni le to. That is why the second set of people that I'm giving my parting word to all Zionists. Oma babale ne nga du ipò pé an fẹ́ ṣe olórí ìjọ. Esi un ba nga ṣe nlere yen. And as selfish individuals really push here like that. Ademi on mami un babalene sorry. The leadership, the spiritual responsibility of the Zion Church is not compulsory. It is being vested on a biological son to babalene. No, it doesn't have to. Be a maybe the more anyone in no marrying, so be it. But it to senile. Esi eto sin baba sin oma. Esi eto slavery. O se eto re o neat, o clear. How many leaders of big churches in this generation are following that precept where your church system is not all about your family? If you enter some churches, the treasurer, family member. The key positions are being handled by family members. Yes, that's why he was a leader that should be emulated when it comes to running ministry affairs, church administration. He didn't get a university degree. He was not a well-read person. Yet, he did what professionals, professors, doctors of paper, what they recommend in administration, in every organization. He put everything that way. The third parting word goes to those who are still determined to destroy this work. Who can hit his legs against the pricks and remain alive? Who can put forth his hands against the Lord's anointed and remain guiltless? That was the instruction. That was what when David had the opportunity to kill his enemy, King Saul, and he made that statement. No, I won't do this. Even King Saul has turned his back against the living God. Yet, he's still an anointed of the Lord. So no, I won't put my hand against him. Whatever evil you are doing against Zion, you are doing it against the Lord's anointed and his work and against God himself. Have you seen anyone if he deba korioji on if you akpata and that is exactly what you are doing if you are part of the destruction of the Zion Church. And let me also tell you, you people that they are using to become Baale and you think you are in positions. Buwe abari one patanga pe dadnya di patanga pe Baale afinga jeni Christian community afi lunga fi danuru ni afi bibanga ba se bajeji ku ohun atefi accept that kind of political office or public offices. Afi bibanga ba ganara destruction jiku ohun yanfi form the same ally with someone who is bent on eradicating Christianity from a Christian community. Some of you want to tawangani generation, 4 generations of your children. When the Lord brought down the wall of Jericho, that man of God raised a curse on it. He said, anyone who shall come back to rebuild it, he will lay the foundation upon his first child and finish the building upon his third. That is, their children will go for it. So nobody has touched it to date to rebuild it. A curse has been put on it. There are some curses that are not said openly. A lot of people's head are going about with curses for attempting to destroy the sweat of a lot of God's generals in community lands. Ebola. Mr. Ajimosu, let me come to you. I'm talking to you as a sister. ala fe agba nínú lenga ma ba so ma la je àbí jan jáde jan je àgbàlagbà ba so jan so dédé wọn mi ṣe ní Zion ní abe jan so jan wa advice nga torí an rò pé I hate nga tell me so dédé am so yi I love nga ana ma nga àti àwọn mama remi ṣe somebody like us ni torí ìwọ fún ara rẹ Mr. Sakiru Ajimosun wo ti ṣe àwọn iṣẹ́ bí kan ní abẹ́ níbẹ̀ still ọ̀nà kan tó wá mú rẹ olórí kan tó wá mú rẹ ó tó fi rẹ jẹ baálẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ mọ iṣẹ́ bí wo ti ṣe bí n bá sọ pé jí mi mú àwọn èèyàn wá sọ̀rọ̀ iṣẹ́ bí wo ti ṣe yìí jẹ́ pé à lè recover till now wo wá fi ọwọ́ bòjú títí wá fi kúrin wo tó wá ká gbé ika o jí àparẹ́ àṣẹjẹ́lá fọ́ church yìí èsì bàrẹ̀ rẹ̀ kọ́ èsì bá bàrẹ̀ kọ́ àfọ̀tán wòtọ́ mi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ìwọ lọ́lọ́run so tiri you are treading on dangerous ground and I pity you bí dèrè ń àbá dáwọ́ wọ́ ibi ń adúró I pity you pity your generations àwọn tó kárí nísìn very very soon my great Zionists, please, let's keep praying. And Jaka come together. Very soon, we'll start forming clubs. Power, power. We want to modernize everything. The generation why a tech. We'll do it a tech way. Ojú àti dedenga. Bobaya pada to wa bewa. Mr. Boyewa, I hosted him. Mr. Boyewa Ogufemi said it. Only they are still coming back to beg. I hold on to that word. You will see. Like do whatever you want to dig. You will see. It's the lost battle. It's not a media battle. It's the lost battle. He will give to everybody in one deserve. Be what you party, you get your reward. Be what jiri, you get your reward. It's so simple. It's not a partial God. All right, let me let you go today. Someone is saying, Oluwagbemi Gajulo Okoro is saying, but stop a lot of development coming to Laje and eat the money. You see, and then me what was she brother me? Then me what fear venue ibanga kansoro. Anga imigbe anga olori kane ori wo mi worship anga leaders yi ti say single development ni le bare let alone community nga point to me the development some of these leaders you want to die for that they have done in Elijah land afadede so man pe epo is exhaustible epo ni ga titi ni Elijah ami fatan do your researches. Bí epo bá tán ní Ìlàjẹ bí apá ebi apá generate anyway epo tẹ̀tí gan mi fa lójoojúmọ́ ebi mi pa èèyàn just a few remi satisfy ara ngan the Lord is coming and I pray it shall be well. All right, thank you so much everyone. I'll be seeing you some other time. God bless you. God bless you. We love you all. Thank you.
Lene. àwòrán.